Next up, we have Quartz Quadrant from the Sonic the Hedgehog CD soundtrack. This is from the 1993 game, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server, the gaming channel. How to request songs if you're not on the live stream. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimer is showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. I forgot to do the map. So pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. Was there a question about cognitive psych? No. So with that, let's go ahead and do this. Quartz Quadrant. Let's go. Oh, yes! Okay, so we start, of course, with an incredible, already amazing groove. Now, groove stems from funk, is a term that comes from the genre of funk. Funk was a very, very popular genre back in the 1970s. Groove is the expression that they used back in the day. The contemporary term right now would be vibe. Same thing, same concept, just different times. However, groove stuck as a musical term because it was the term used back in the day. Groove is a phenomenon that goes very much into funk, jazz, fusion, these kinds of genres where each instrument is doing something different, like completely different. And to the point that if you were to isolate the individual stems, it would be difficult to tell that they're playing the same piece. But once they all come together, they just fit so nicely amongst each other, creating a groove. So right now, we have the drums playing a drum beat, we have the bass playing a bass line, syncopated, and then we have a synth playing some chords, also syncopated in a different way than the bass. So syncopation is when you play against the beat or against your metronome. In this case, we're playing, and in the case of the bass, it's playing against the drum beat, and in case of the synth, it's playing against the metronome. The metronome is your click, right? That gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas the drum beat is going to be a more elegant way of doing that, right? Sega CD add-on for Genesis. It allowed for CD audio on the 16-bit system. Oh, okay, so this is from, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, with that, we're having these three elements going over here, giving us a groove. We don't fully have a motif just yet, so let's see where this goes. Motif, of course, being the smallest version of a musical idea. The CD essence from which everything else comes from. So let's go ahead and see where this goes. Oh yeah, the bass is absolutely doing a riff over here. The bass line is engaging in, it's funk. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a riff. So a riff, in easier terms, is when you have a motif, and you take that motif and you put it through an ostinato. Ostinato is when you repeat something over and over and over again, pretty much the same way, and then you play it on a guitar, or a bass, or a keyboard, or any other contemporary instruments. In this case, it's being played in a bass, and you can hear it. It's doing its own thing. Very, very nice. Let's see where this goes. Drum fill. And there we go. We get a piano giving us our initial motif, an actual melodic motif. We switch from funk to now more rock. I would say this genre then would be funk fusion, or just fusion when it comes to the genre. Fusion, of course, is the fusion of several genres, where you get that middle ground swapping between genres halfway. In this case, we're going from funk to rock. We're having some trumpets playing over there, a little bit of a call and response, of course, call and response being a musical conversation, right? So we have the piano doing the call, the trumpets doing the response. After the piano, musical conversation, as I said. Let's see where this goes. Bass has... Oh, really cool. And the piano, so right now what we have is a keyboard player, because we have a keyboard that switches between the audio samples. It started with a synth sample, now it's with a piano sample, so we're having that, and it's perfectly possible that the keyboard player also have the trumpets playing. It's perfectly possible. So we are having this going on. The bass is doing now a variation of the riff that it was playing at the start. Let's see where it goes. Ah, little strike there, very nice. Repeating. Oh, really cool. So now we're doing a variation. We are doing similar to what we did before. We're doing we're re-exploring the material that we just did. We are doing the same but different. When it comes to music, this is something that you have to keep in mind. Music is very paradoxical in many ways. It is very nonsensical in many ways, and there are things that logically would not make much sense, but in music they do. For example, we have one of the things that game developers struggle with the most: the idea of doing something different but the same, and doing the same but different. In the most logical way of thinking this is the same thing. Like, this is the same thing when it comes to most logical thinking. The same but different, different but the same. That's the same expression, just change the order, but the result is going to be the same. In music, this is not quite the case. In music, different but the same is not the same thing as the same but different. When you have music, and this is something that game developers struggle with, because how are you supposed to make sense out of such illogical, contradictory expressions, right? Because this is a very contradicting expression. Like, by itself, this is an oxymoron, right? Like, different but the same. These are diametrically opposed terms. How do you make sense of this? So when you talk about, let's actually do the same but different first. So when we talk about something doing the same but different, is when we take an idea and we do a slight variation of it. So, oh my god, look at that. Thank you, Automod. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, when we have, sorry, the Automod just completely ruffle stomped a bot there. So we have the idea of the same but different. Let's give you an example. Here is the motif of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Then what do? We take the motif, we do the same, but in a different spot. Sequencing. That is the same motif done differently. But then you have, for example, I think it's the second or third movement, where you get that is a different version of the motif doing the same as the motif was before. We're doing something differently. We're doing something different, but the same. So this is where things, as I said, get pretty contradictory in music, because this applies, and these two terms are ways that it's something that you actually need to internalize in music, and they don't teach you this in music school. This is one of those concepts that they don't really teach you in music school, and that I think they should, because these are contradictory concepts, and you will run into these contradictory concepts in music. You just will. Many things are designed to not make sense, but somehow do, such as this over here. So what are we doing right now? We are doing the same that we did before, just differently. We extended the motif from the piano, we extended the response from the trumpets, but we are doing mostly the same, but different. Let's see where this goes. Ah, nice syncopated piano there. Another variation, same but different. Woo. Okay, so we bring in now a new version of everything. We are now engaging in the terrain of different but the same. We now have a guitar in the background, in the accompaniment, giving us some arpeggios. Arpeggio, of course, arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time, right? So here's C minor, here it is arpeggiated. So we're having this very common to do this with a guitar. We bring in the keyboard now, giving us a variation of the motif that we had in the previous piano. Now the rhythm is matching with the drums and everything else. So, yeah. Oh, okay, I was just reading something in chat. I thought it was, okay, never mind. So yeah, we're now doing something different but the same. Of course, we've changed the vibe of the drums. It's still among the same lines. We're doing something different, but the same as before. Because at the end of the day, you want to keep some sense of familiarity with your material. You want to keep things familiar enough for the listener so that the listener will stay listening. Let's see where it goes. Very nice. That synth in the back, giving us the beautiful melody variation of what we were doing. And we even have the call and response. We had an elongated, like a full melody call from the synth. Now we have the trumpets giving us the response. Each level has 4 variants with their music, many similarities and differences between each other. There you go. So for games in general, this is also going to be even more pronounced, right? So yeah, we're having this. Let's see. Oh! Okay, so for this section, we have the call and response now flipped over. We have the call being done with the trumpets, and now we have this like synth saxophone flute thing. It's a synthesizer sample, so it could be something in between. So we're having that in between. We're doing again the same as before, but differently. Let's see where it goes. It's like a saxophone, I would say. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, and the bass is going absolutely insane. The bass still giving us variations from the beginning. The bass is still giving us some incredible variations from the beginning. And this is something interesting about basses. Basses are in their own little world. And you can really get away with a lot as a bass player. As long as you're playing the right notes, you can get away with so much as a bass player, especially in something like fusion or funk. Good stuff. Let's see where it goes. Repeating the melody, very nice. We bring back the original, and we engage in some recapitulation. Recapitulation is when you repeat the material. Again, it's looped, right? Okay, so then it loops from here, I guess. Because logically for these kinds of games, you know, especially older games, you would have the practice of just looping the music infinitely until the level changes or something around it changes, right? So you would have the individual loops and they just play in the MIDI engine. You would just get that kind of thing. And Abdul, welcome today. How you doing? So let's see how, because it should fade out, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, it's fading out. It's fading out. So yeah, it just repeats, and then this just keeps going and going and going until in the game you find something different. And there you have it. That was Quartz Quadrant from the Sonic the Hedgehog CD soundtrack, a 1993 game. Look at that. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server. That's where everything gets announced first, whether it is the streams going live, the videos going up on the channels, updates to the schedule, projects, anything like that. It all gets announced first on the Discord channel, linked in the description. Go join it. That's also where we hang out, we post memes, we claim the, we steal other servers' memes, claim claim them as our own kind of thing. That's also where I'm hosting my Vintage Story server. So yeah, join now. There you go, linked in the description. Go do the things. Also, share this video with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos with everybody that you know. Also, use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that, so that's another reason to join the Discord. Look at that. Linked in the description. Artists on YouTube or otherwise, musicians, this is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills for any of your projects, whether it is guitars, my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, little kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's work together, let's make stuff. And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that could benefit, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone, please do not spam anyone, be cool about things, don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interpreting every 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request songs and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions of what to do. If you are on the live stream, go ahead and you can start requesting the songs. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. Another reason to join the Discord. By the way, we stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe, and if you're not in Europe, don't worry, it shows in your schedule. So if you live in Creston, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? Don't worry, just go to Discord or Twitch, and it's going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel, because of course I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen, recorded live in the main and the streams after show, and then the recordings go there. Linked in the description, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Quartz Quadrant, Sonic CD. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That was very groovy. Good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.